Garden of Eden. This is not a threat. Or is it? I was born old. Things will happen in my lifetime. It is really going to happen. You filth will be killed by unseen fire. Whether you trash, do as I say or not. Do the right thing and die, or don't and all dies. I made sure that it will. Nobody can stop what I started, or somebody else has started. Evil kills children. Evil is what all have become. No such thing as suffering. It is made by the trash people who play dress-up and claim false cures to the cancers they make. Anybody that protects leaders and landowners are the enemies of Earth and life. Law providers are the death causers, like firefighters are a cover-up of attempted arson, attempted murder and death if somebody dies in a fire. Building a home from flammable material is attempted murder, suicide. Police do not protect the public. They only protect Earth and leaders. Every time damage occurs, they talk about the money and not the damage of Earth or life. Police have never saved a single human, animal, or land. They are the cause of all illness and destruction by protecting leaders. They are a cover-up. Stop with the stuff claiming ownership of anything. You nor anybody owns anything, including children. The meaning of life is sight, sound, and feelings. Not much left after that. Makes you feel just a little smaller. Knowing you are nothing but looks, noise, and a feeling. Wouldn't you rather have food plants surrounding us or the trash you build? The natural lifespan of humans is 300 plus. The filth of people are the direct cause of early death. No drug cure is stupid. Pain starts at home. Evil is the monster that claims ownership. 1960s and 70s was Generation Cockroach, sex-crazed trash. 1980s was Generation Stupid, knowing the planetary damage they are causing. 1990s was Generation Filth, releasing yet another one of the 7 sins of freedom, gay. 2000s is Generation Dumbest Humans in the history of Earth, with memory in the palm of their hands. No such thing as reducing a carbon footprint. It's like telling Hitler to reduce treatment of Jews. One piece of trash is too much destruction. 2010. Generation Neanderthal. Beyond the grasp of what is real. Living by a talking box. Hiding behind women, animals, and children and the fake word faith to claim leadership is good. 7 sins of freedom. 1. Let women do outside life, such as play dress-up and tell people what to do, and demand self-worth from others. Manipulate children. They are human, nothing more. 2. Let men claim ownership to land, water, trade, people. They are human, nothing more. 3. Gay, and all that it implies. 4. Religion, a made-up fairy tale, invisible friend for grown-ups, and it hides and uses children and love as bait. God is real, but never to be worshipped. God would never demand worship. 5. Will have sexual relations with child. 4,000 written years of proof that it is still happening all over Earth. 6. Farm feeds lazy, worthless greed. Farm feeds war. Farm feeds the sin of congregation, village, town, city, and groups. People too lazy to help Eden, put seed in ground, add water. 7. Leadership. A deadly psychotic mental disorder sealing the fate of Earth to death. Using people to maintain power, to feed the life of community, family, health, but in reality global warming, animal extinctions, poison water, disease, cancer, death by natural disasters all comes from leadership. Eden removes all of it. Who hates a Sunday? I do. Ice cream factories kills 100 acres a year. That's just one factory. What about soda? 10 square miles a year. And the list goes on. All because somebody brainwashed wants ignorant filth, created by others and to deny life on earth for sight, sound, smell, taste and feelings. People that have known me for a long time still mistakenly call me Eden, including my parents. People I have never met have called me Eden. I have gotten wrong numbers of people looking for Eden. My publisher friend calls me Eden. For some reason subconsciously they know who I am. Eden is a job title, not a name. I was born knowing what I am, who I am, and not the fake treatment of the trash of leadership. This is my demand. Give me the Mississippi River, all of it. Not one person living within 100 miles on both sides. Or Earth dies. Kill me now, and Earth dies. Can't stop what I already did. Earth will no longer be owned by anybody. To hell with you and your filth. Life don't matter without Eden. You have 2 years to comply, or all creation comes to an end. I refuse to live a liar's life. You filth have replaced free will with ignorance of law. Evil hides behind law, children, religion, family, food and love. Eden is the only thing worth living for. Not man, woman, or kids. How, why, when? Drug addict. Instead of blaming them, why not look at yourself before passing judgment? A drug addict has no choice in life. Low IQ leads to unwanted life. Parents don't even want them, and you deny them your way of life. So they turn to the only comfort they can get. Drugs. Let me put it this way. If I gave you life and told you, you are going to be a dishwasher your whole life, have the life of a pauper, barely able to buy food, and can only buy clothing from a used clothing store, do you think it's fair, even though a dishwasher works 5 times harder than a doctor? You trash hide behind children and religion to justify evil. People who say the homeless are people who make bad choices, or they have a mental disorder, are the worst. When in fact people who say these things are the evil ones with a mental disorder. They cannot go a single day without talking about somebody else. That is the pure evil one. They are not wanted by God or the Garden of Eden. They will die by unseen fire, and the homeless will prosper in the garden. No such thing as math or higher education. It's a myth created by the filth of earth, like teamwork. No such thing. If teamwork is needed, then it should never be done. Teamwork enslaves others to do for another, never as a whole. It only takes one person to build a bridge, but takes millions to make it. That's beyond retarded. Math. There's only 3 sets of numbers in the universe. Point, distance, and angle. Anybody that adds more sets of numbers are the trash of Earth. No such thing as a 4th set. Angle is depth, and depth is angle, not a 4th set of numbers. A 10-foot bridge is a 10-foot bridge. Not 10 and 3, 9/10 divided by 12. Division is an ignorance beyond all reality when there are only 3 sets of numbers. Mathematics is only a body count of matter. 3 sets of numbers still apply. Silicon Valley. 1 silicate can power every city on Earth, but the leaders deny freedom. They will kill to stay in war. They will kill for power and control. They will kill so the population will become weak and dumb and talk to us. Kill to be the one world order. Just like religion. Solar panels cause more damage than every war that ever was on Earth. Solar panels kill millions of acres of forest and jungles. Silicon Valley itself has caused the extinction of several plants and animals. Every human-made anything has caused damage to Earth. Teaching a child coding or encoding is a liar teaching a child to lie. That's not education. It's changing a number to symbol or symbol to letter. Making glasses so you can see. Point. That's your focal point, where your iris sets when looking forward. Distance. That's your vision. An angle, that's your vision quality. Prescription. Ready to make your glasses. Point. Angle. Distance. Was that too hard to understand? It is hard, because the filth of Earth made it that way. Created a light called education. Not only do they put extra numbers into making glasses, they complicate it to where only brain-washed fools can achieve the job. Not the poor little IQ-burdened dishwasher. Real history. George Washington was a drunken, drug-induced slave owner that would rather sleep with little boys than a woman. All leaders are the same, including the filth at home, office, work, the White House, church, and so on. Leaders will say and do anything to stay in power, such as manipulate music and movies to brainwash the masses into thinking society is better. They use words like fame, fortune, popularity, gain, progress, and fake medical research to justify death, hate, rape, sickness. Or say, how do you know the world is going to end? Leaders are the cause. They also use family, unity, evolution, achievement, feminism, and the word crazy constantly to deny the garden's return. Eden was a person and job title. Proof all over the world, but leaders destroyed most of them. To hide behind children so they could have sex with them. Not joking. Thousands of years of written proof can't be denied. It's like why orphanages were created so preachers could get closer to kids. Mormons had sex with their own kids before wedlock, including men, on boys, and so on. And Jehovah's Witnesses hide their child-corrupting ways, brainwashing them into thinking God can have kids. Jesus never was. Also, according to the history of Jesus, he ate lamb, bread, and drank wine. All of those things cause damage to earth, mind, and body. God did not create anything. God can't do anything. We did. To get away from lifeless existence. Life never dies. We will always be alive. The last known garden was destroyed by religious trash. Sodom and Gomorrah. The name was changed by the filth of earth. Sodom, Eden. Gomorrah, Watchers. They destroyed it to gain power and thrust sex into families, so they can be gay and little babies, play dress up, and demand more than self-worth. God cannot destroy. Only people can. This is the filth you work for and protect. The Eden in the U.S. can be seen from space. So can the one in England and Middle East. All built at the same time and the same way. The garden in China is still to this day growing in a tiny protected village. What's left of it? The one in the U.S. needs repair, but it is fully functional when repaired. If you only look at what is, and not was, you will never see. Eden is the only thing worth living for and working for. Eden stops all disease, cancer, and birth defects. Eventually, poor women have breast cancer from countless years in front of a wood stove. It It's going to take at least 10 generations to get them clean again. Autism is caused by man's countless hours surrounded by electricity equals 1 electron will cause reproductive harm in sperm. Albino is caused by living directly on a magnetically charged tectonic plate equals basically they are walking iron. Dementia and Alzheimer's is caused by long grass and park grass and flowers equals the pollen and radioactive gases these plants produce go directly to the brain's cognitive thought part of the brain and stays there until death. Gee. Golly, how did I know that and you don't? Down syndrome and brain cancer is caused by concrete. Schizophrenia is a genetic disorder when the people started eating meat and living in granite caves. Granite puts out a radiation and gas that literally changes the DNA of people, and the list goes on. Stop looking for a liar's cure and look at the cause. History tells all. 25 years after the Hoover Dam was built, the workers came forward with Down syndrome kids and brain cancer and pleaded to the public to stop the use of concrete. 67% death by brain cancer, 57% Down syndrome. The same with the people who built the Dover Dam and Panama Canal. Government shut them up through lies for profit. It takes nearly no effort to maintain. About 10 hours of work a year. That's including storage for bad grow years. One person can do all the work. That job is called Eden. God did not make Eden. People like me that understands God did. Garden rules. There is no color of skin in the garden. Black, white, green or Greek. You are human, not a label. No talking to the watchers. They will kill you. You can talk to Eden, but keep your words intelligent and direct to the point. No art. Art is a mental disorder, a delusion of what could be. It is destructive. It kills animals and plants to draw a picture of a flower. It kills people to make statues or monuments. Do not interfere with Eden's work. If Eden needs you, you will comply. Eden is not a leader or friend. He is only there to maintain the garden and please the watcher so they don't kill us or enslave us. Eden will show others how to build and maintain water filtration, sewage, homes and friction stones. Do not eat the animals. Every living creature, including microalgae, serve a very important job in the garden. The flesh of animals when eaten changes our muscles and mind into animal, changing the genetic structure into a beast. Do not harm anything including plants. No talking about God or demons. No talking about the past. No gay. Feminism and love is only a feeling and nothing more. Being gay is a mental disorder. Leadership, possibly family, triggered something as a child to make them gay, using love as a way to hide it. Or a late night sneaky with uncle. Put it this way, a leader loves a child. Loves it so much that they have sex. Gay is the same thing. Evil made up a word to justify gay, homophobic. What if a hateful created a word like pedophobic? Wouldn't that be justified as a real word? So sex with child will be justified, and people who complain are wrong. Using love is a mental disorder, and harming the easy to manipulate children. There is such a thing as too much love. Love can become dark and evil, like the diddling of livestock. Sex with an animal is the same as being gay. Feminism is a mental disorder, as is loving too much. Feminism is a made-up word to justify killing and waste. It's as dark as calling things cute or beautiful after the age of 10. Gay is not natural. You filth-made kids watch your filth, and that's how they learn to be gay. Gay is not love. It is lust for the filthy. As a leader hunts for lust of child, hiding behind love leads to all things dark and wrong. Love is spread like a disease, so making sure love is only shown and not done in public is very important. Kids must not know about sex until natural courses start to take them. One slip up can send a child's mind into madness and lust. No more making your coochie tickle watching, holding and demanding children to do for you. The watchers are watching you for this reason. If you snuggle with a child after the age of 8, you die along with child. Love is showing, not holding, kissing. You can lick a baby clean until the age of 3, but all must be unlearned before the age of 4. If that's your thing. But I say gross. Really? Lick a baby? What if they remember that? How gross, a old lady licking me, or old man. By garden rules nobody can stop you, or say anything. I still say it's very disturbing. Let Eden know if one of the transports are not working. Do not try to fix them. Only Eden can repair them safely. You can use and play with the transports except one, that is to be used by Eden and the Watchers. Tell Eden of any damage or repairs you have done as fast as possible. One seed fell to the ground. It can kill the garden. If plants are growing strangely, or anything that seems strange, tell Eden. The transports. They are above-ground rail system without inertia. The main transport can reach speeds up to 700 miles per hour without G-forces. It uses a back-face gravity spin similar to the friction stones. Powered by wind, water, sun and human. Do not interfere with the water filtration system. The garden's waterway can be played in swim inches as long as it remains flowing. Do not block the flow of water. Do not live in groups. It leads to incest and lies, disease and mass delusion. Like religion, it's a collective delusion of a God. Do not use any commanding words, like would you, could you, please, fetch, manners, respect. To demand anything is psychotic. Only the garden has rules. The word respect. How can anybody respect a person when they demand and play dress up? Family, the word by itself is a disorder. There are only 25,000 genetically separate family lines on Earth. A family lends to incest and marriage within the family. If you hang with family all the time, then family is all you love. The chances of you being married to family right now is 99%. And family causes leadership and retardation, which is death by watchers. The whole family, if need be. No such thing as harmless competition. Kids are exempt from this rule until the age of 10. Only Watchers of Eden live in the garden. Do not interfere with Watchers. They are not your friend. Never will be. They are heartless and hate us. But the work they do is very important. They live by a whole new set of rules, way more different than us. Do not go to the center of the garden. The drain is deadly fast. And that's where the Watchers live. Do not do anything for anybody ever, except build homes, doctors, and natural aid and so on. Nobody gets anything by trade, including doctors. To be a healer is a life choice and never be treated as special. Nothing is to be treated as special. Everyone knows for oneself. The garden can feed 125,000 people. After 125,000 people, somebody must die. Do not overpopulate. It will kill the garden. Break any rules and the Watchers will kill you and all who complain about your death. The angry child will live and be trained as a Watcher. The child that cries too much will be killed. No exceptions. They will grow up crying and demanding others to cry and demand. The child that complains will be shown why Eden is real and nothing really matters. Complaining is a pointless act of the past. The child who wants to know about the past will be taken by the Greys and given a crash course history memory placement of the past. All creatures will be killed. Anybody that tries to make a new rule is to be killed. The woman that sleeps her life away will be killed. She is a burden on everybody. Literally a waste of human life. This type woman would rather live in a dream rather than face real and what is. Any act of dominance will be killed. Any act of leadership will be killed and all who follow. Do not do anything for the elderly. They can do till they die. Live, love and play all day. Nobody claims ownership of anything, or they die. The first hint of claim you die. There is no mine, ours, his, hers. A doctor can be a doctor without laws or boundaries restricting them from natural miracles. A singer can sing without lawsuits and copyrights. An inventor can invent without restrictions. All homes will be built by sand using a glassing effect. All homes will have flushable toilets and showers. A child that wants a home shall get one. Do not hurt the earth. Live with it to bring water into the homes. No fire, ever. Use centrifugal friction stones only. The friction stones can make toilet paper, clothing, and grind grain, heat your home, and many other uses. Nobody belongs to anybody, including children. They are themselves, not yours to manipulate them into something you want them to be. Raising a child to serve me coffee or a burger is the dumbest thing I have ever heard, coming from a parent. Let the goofball baby be a goofball baby. The Garden of Eden is not utopia. Far from it. This planet is very dangerous and blows its top turning day into night for up to 100 years, covering the surface in ash every 3,000 years. Starvation will set in if the population is too great. The garden will still grow, but not very much. Most plants need light, but some love the dark. It was Eden that saved us during the Ice Age. But when the ice started melting, the leaders talked the people into killing and eating animals, starting fires and worshipping gods, destroying all the Edens, and slowly killing Earth so they can build babies. Nothing has changed ever since. Leadership is a mental disorder that will be killed. No exceptions. Leader is a made-up word so the trash of Earth can justify killing animals, raping children, theft, lies, greed, and manipulation of the simple-minded low-IQ dishwasher. No electricity, no concrete, no plastics. Nothing can be made from mixing Earth. The use of Earth is okay, but not mixing. It leads to sickness. Bad weather will happen, tornadoes, earthquakes, floods, but the garden and homes will survive. No cooking food. It kills people. Causes cancer and the plant's nutrition. No tree is to be used ever. When a tree falls, it is not yours to sit on. It feeds important microbial life forms the garden needs. When the wood turns white, it will be milled into dust and used in the bunkers to keep out moisture and keep the oxygen levels down. No farming, ever. Farm leads to death, disease, kills the garden and the earth. Farm leads to war and trade. The only seed planted is by Eden only. unless teaching a child to be eaten, or directly instructed by Eden. Only a child that understands that plant rotation is more important than saving a dying child. Eden must be heartless to the masses. Eden says, lives not the trash, saying words to claim ownership. All food is to stay in the garden. Eat in the garden or be killed if you take anything home, unless given by watchers or eaten during winter months. If the weather becomes too much to handle, get into the transport and go to the center of the garden where the watchers live. The rules still apply. No talking to the watchers. They will show you where to sleep and shower. When you are there, sing and play as loud as possible, drowning out the watchers. Watchers. A child that shoots up a school is a watcher without life or guidance. The unarmed is a watcher. The rapist is a watcher. Even Hannibal Lecter was a watcher. All cult leaders are watchers. Albert Einstein, Jack the Ripper, King Henry VIII, Tutankhamun the Pharaoh, Cleopatra, Hitler, Saddam Hussein, Leonardo, Donald Trump are all watchers that never got the training needed. Denying the job title only creates monsters. Locking them up only creates even more deadly lost souls. It's only a matter of time before watchers kill entire cities and not just a handful of pointless babies in school. Some of the watchers have gray skin, and do not or very rarely talk. They take a person against their will and check for informalities in the genetic coding. They do not kill, and they always return the person with trackers inserted in the skin. They are human. No such thing as alien visiting Earth, so don't think that they can. We lock the oxygen in ice so nobody can travel to distant planets. Watchers are extremely intelligent and way more powerful than us. It's very tempting lifestyle for children. They smoke, drink, smoke weed and sniff cocaine. Unscrew anything with a hole, so keep the kids away from them. The female watchers are hardcore whores that will sleep with anything, including animals. It's okay for them to be who and what they are. They are themselves and no law to stop them. Evil can't be stopped, only slow down. Evil will be there to keep the watchers away, but some must watch you. Keep your head down and mouth shut if a watcher talks to you. If they want to fight you, call for Eden. He will control the hate. Do not try to control the hate. He will kill you and all who complain about the death. The center of the garden is a tropical place with extremely high humidity at 100 degrees. Shower twice a day so you don't get jungle rot. Do not let the kids see the watchers kill and eat animals. Check your home every day to see if the weather has stopped. You must leave the center of the garden as soon as possible, for the fear of watchers brainwashing the majority of us. The preservation bunkers are off limits, unprotected from rodents and insects through a very deadly gas. One breath kills people instantly. It kills on contact with skin. Only the watchers of Eden can retrieve the perfectly safe food. The gas is called dead air or black death in other countries. Once the doors are open, the gas is gone in seconds. Do not hold faith in Eden or the watchers. Faith is ignorant, filthy word, created by people who screw kids and lust for family. In more ways than one, evil can happen any time. Nothing worse than a mad watcher. Eden will try to maintain the garden when this sort of evil happens, and it will eventually. Evil always returns. Good never conquers evil. Only the retard believes evil can be conquered. It can only be slowed down. Once the first garden is fully built, other countries will follow and build their own Edens. Using the same rules, life will be seen as the life wanted again, and not the fake trash of leadership. No more raising people to serve anybody. No more pain and suffering. To a point that is, falling, drowning, choking, and old age will still happen. But zero sickness in time. No more raising a kid to eventually become a dishwasher, or a builder of stuff like smartphones. It's important to learn Eden's way so Eden never dies. Earth, wind, weather, water, insects, plants, animals, and stars. These are the only things that will be taught to children. The rest is their choice, what they chose to be. The main rule, do not place a rule on child. They are not yours to control. One demand and you will die. They are themselves and not a tool or toy. When the first wave of death on Earth starts, do not worry about seeds or plants. Thanks to the filth of Jews, they have stored all the seeds needed to restart Earth, if need be, in bunkers under frozen terrain. But still, Jews are the filth of Earth. They are human only, not some dumb, made-up label like many retards have done. In about 75 years there will be tectonic continental drift. Australia will slam into Russia and kill everything in Australia, including Russia. Hawaii, China, Japan will be gone completely, and all living things 200 miles onshore on all continents. The South Pole will be where Australia is now, and a big chunk of Africa will be the new South Pole. This planet has done this for trillions of years, every 20,000 years. And yet, people still live there. Do not build an Eden there. Repeat. Do not build a garden there. If Eden dies, who will stand in his place? Eden is a man, never a woman. Not against woman, they can't control real and pretty. Living in delusion of cute. Can't keep pretty and cute. Eden can die by one falsely planted flower or fruit. When you hear the song of God, you will only hear it once. Like child, man and beast. A child was born 14 years ago who is similar to me in my ways. He will be the next Eden. A child born old, with genetic memory placement of past generations. Basically, the garden is freedom without law to stop us from being real. Not the cover-up of needing glasses when all deformities can be stopped. This is real. F the world and all living things if I kneel to a leader. How can anybody live a leader's life when they do not know the difference between what is real and fantasy? Or basic functions of earth, wind, water, sun. 4,000 years ago Hebrew wrote, one day people will sell their soul for a box. This box will sing if you ask it. This box will buy things from faraway places when asked. If something is needed, this box will provide it. This box will have all information needed. This box will speak. Sound familiar? I am that Hebrew. The memories of him anyway. We have done this all before. I was 5 years old and stated to Oil Tycoon that the sun was cold and the Grand Canyon was made in weeks, not years. The U.S. is not old enough for water to make such a big canyon. It was made by a lake above that broke free and emptied all at once. And the sun would melt us if it was hot. Only the light it produces is hot. Then it won't have burnt out the same day created. The sun is not a ball of plasma. Plasma is just a discharge of material that has entered the sun, like comets and dust. I have told everybody I know ever since. But would people listen? No, people believe the hate actor. fake-sided sky, paid by leaders to keep people down. Humans are older than dinosaurs. Leaders genetically altered animals so they could play war. Meat-eaters against plant-eaters. We have already had planes, trains, cars, roads, smartphones. But the leaders always destroy the evidence with nuclear bombs and fire. We have giant trees until leaders cut them all down to build homes, monuments, churches, make fire, and eat meat. All deserts are human-made. The giant trees prevented bad weather until they cut them down. The giant trees were so high that they blocked the path of tornadoes and snowstorms. This will be the fourth time in trillions of years the Garden of Eden will be built. Hopefully this time it will last longer than 10 million years like the last time. What is so wrong with live, love, and play all day? I am not a saint or mediator or claim to be good or God. I am just a man who was born old, really, really old, with genetic memory placement of the past. It's a real thing. Look it up and know if you want to know. I have never been molested as a child. I think I was just too damned ugly, and I am married, without kids. I am not psychotic enough to force a child into a delusion of being good, a world of manipulation and false cures, and a liar's earth. I would never bring a child into this world, a world of sadness, hate, theft, sickness, the world of the crybaby filth called leader. I am he, I am who, where, how and when, willing to kill Earth rather than kneel as a coward to leadership. Eden is the only thing worth living for. Not man, woman, or kids. I am Eden. Are you?